the souk in December. So foodies, tune in. It's going to be fun and flavorful. So stick with us right here on the social network and let's kick things off.
Looking for the perfect Umrah experience? Look no further. One Stop Travel and Tours brings you exclusive Umrah group packages with Qatar Airways departing from Johannesburg. Enjoy a seamless journey with flights, accommodations in Makkah and Medina, and visas all included. Experience spiritual peace with Ziyarat Tours guided in English. Departure dates start from December 25th, returning by January 14th. For a stress-free, soul-enriching Umrah journey, call One Stop Travel today at 031-271-2800. One Stop Travel and Tours. Your pilgrimage, our priority. Come get our butcher's best for less at Checkers Foods Cowie Park. Enjoy certified halal butchery products like Chabot Wurst Thick, $79.99 per kg. Extra lean beef mince, just $109.99 per kilo. Steakhouse Classic Beef Porterhouse Steak, just 13 Rand per 100 grams and 39 Rand per 300 grams. Deals valid from Monday, October 7th until Sunday, October 20th. Only at Checkers Foods Cowie Park. Now certified by the NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust, across our butchery, bakery, and deli.
Station for conversation, Radio Al Ansar.
So today on Radio Al Ansar, we're diving deep into the decade that shaped so much of our world, the 90s. From the euphoria of South Africa's newfound democracy to the revolutions and the groundbreaking films, this decade had it all. But it wasn't all roses. There were also significant challenges like the surge in crime and the devastating AIDS epidemic. So joining me is Ismail Ghani, known as Isitronics, who used to be a mainstay on our show, and I'm so glad that I ran into you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. It's nice to meet you in person. I met you at the Palestinian March recently.
It's crazy, because we've been speaking for years at this point, and we've never actually interacted in person.
Correct.
And I don't know, that day when you saw me, you just came up to me and knew who I was exactly.
That's because I saw a bit of your lives and stuff.
On my TikToks.
Your TikToks, and I think on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not particularly on TikTok, but you can cross-platform as well.
I do. So I share, like if I upload something, I'll just upload it everywhere, like at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. That's basically the right way to do things.
But look, I mean, I love these nostalgia segments with you. I remember we've had some really memorable ones. We spoke about Lego, and I mean, I feel like Barbie even at some point.
Dude, we didn't go on to Barbie because firstly, we've done Legos, we've done Hot Wheels. And Matchbox. Those were the two most popular die-cast toys.
I feel like we've done a show on Nintendo as well.
Yes, Nintendo Game Boy.
Yeah, it was so much fun. But look, let's get right into this, right? So the 90s were like a turning point for South Africa with the end of apartheid in 94, right?
Correct.
So I'm born in 88. So the thing is, I'm like, why did I say that on last? In any case, so this moment shaped the decade culturally and politically, don't you think?
Correct. The end of the apartheid. I can remember where I was in that stage, 1994. I think we were at my uncle's place in Isipingo, and I was watching the elections take place. It was just 4 years before I could vote. So I was 14 at the time. Yeah, so
you just gave away your age.
Well, I don't mind. I think I've done it a few times as well. So, yeah, I was watching the lines, and those days we had such a hopeful outlook on South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody stood in line for hours on end. There were no issues, and the main thing between South Africa and the rest of the world, with going through such a big change from my view of it, is that we went through it without a civil war. Most of the other countries that I've seen across the rest of the world, when they go through such a big change, there's always a civil war. But we managed to go through it relatively peacefully.
I mean, I'm going to push back. I feel like there was a reason for that. I feel like the white monopoly capital in this country were really smart. And what they did is they got Oliver Tambo and Nelson Mandela to agree beforehand. I think that was the reason for the success of South Africa moving over. You must also remember at that time, the world was not having it with apartheid South Africa.
Correct.
We were being sanctioned heavily. The currency was fledgling. It was like slowly starting to
decline. Yeah.
And the only people who were actually supporting us is the US, the Giles of the world. And I think white monopoly capital realized, listen, we need to make a change. So let's change the color of the faces on the front of the billboards, but let's still keep all the power in the back end. And I think that's what they've done really effectively.
Just basically moving to the shadows.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, working in the shadows is so much more effective. If you look at it now, and this is not, I'm not saying this from a place that is racist. I think 80% of this country is still run by white monopoly capital.
Well, talking about working from the shadows, that we can reference that back to the topic, which is the 90s.
Yeah.
That would be the smoking man from the X-Files.
I mean, I don't. You're gonna have to like bring me up to
In
speed.
the X-Files, there was always this character working in the back end,
Right.
controlling things. He was simply known as a smoking man because he always had a cigar or a cigarette in his hands, and he was always controlling things. And Fox and Scully just couldn't figure out who he was.
Sure. And did we ever get an answer by the end of the series?
I highly doubt it. I can't remember exactly,
we must
but
do
I
a
highly
Google on
doubt
the
it.
ad break.
But I've got my little one into X-Files as well. He
Come
really
on,
likes
dude,
it.
that's a bit
So,
inappropriate.
no, I make sure he watches all the classics.
Right.
He has to watch all because there's so many movies from today that still reference the older movies.
And I feel like there was just a level of the insights were somewhat more intelligent and less garbage as what we get today.
And those movies, we didn't have those major blockbusters like how we have
No,
today.
but consider in the Matrix came out in 1999, right?
Yes, I think we
I
have
watched
that
the
on our
Matrix like
scripts.
3,000 times. It is just that good.
It's a brilliant because of that the bullet time
Yeah.
where they did that shot.
And yet
That was unique.
that angle, there's an African American director who created the shot before the Wachowski brothers used it in 1999.
The DOP.
But I mean, I think like in
Yeah.
everything else, and I'm gonna say it, I feel like everything is stolen from blacks. They just are superior to us in every sense of the word. It's scientifically been proven in their melanin, and I think the reason why the whole world actually tries to hold the black man down is because that if we gave them chance to flourish, they would just blow us away.
Well, Africa is one of the richest continents. It's just that you don't have control over the riches that the continent has.
And that's the problem, because we put people in power who are absolute sellers. But I mean, I feel like we're pushing a very political line here.
Narrative at the moment,
Look,
yeah.
I know we are an Islamic radio station, and I'm not by any means promoting music, but like it's important to talk about how like Kwaito became huge in the 90s, right? So I think specifically from the angle of it was a cultural revolution in a sense that the black man was given a voice and a way to
Correct.
express themselves, and they did it through this music, which became huge. I mean, Kwaito is no longer, I wouldn't say it's the dominant genre in the country. I would say Amapiano is, but that's gone over the world. But I feel like it's an iteration of Kwaito.
I think that's in those days the group was TKZ, if I'm not mistaken. They were one of our biggest local groups.
I'm such a coconut.
So-
You're asking the wrong guy.
That, to my knowledge, was the biggest group in those days, and they came out with quite a big hit. So yeah,
And many quite big hits. But like, I mean, look, touching on another point that is super relevant. It was the 1995 Rugby World Cup, right? So this is etched in our collective
Yes,
memory,
yes,
especially
yes,
with
that's
Nelson
correct.
Mandela and the Springbok jersey. I was a few years old here at this point, and I still remember it. It was Francois Pienaar, no?
yes,
He was the
So-
captain. I mean, Francois Pienaar, that face, you couldn't miss that. That face was everywhere, all over Lays, all over our TVs. Back then, we were watching TV, watching the adverts and everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, talk about the impact that this had on our national unity.
Well, that's where our Tata comes in. Those brilliant strategist that he was, he used sports to unify the country as well. And he wanted the South African team to actually win it. And we went all the way and we did.
And we won. I mean, I think we the highest ranking rugby
But we're one of the best
in the world, right?
in
I
the
think we
world.
won the
We've
most.
always
Or
been
are we
good
tying
at
with New Zealand,
sports.
Ted? We won more than New Zealand, because I mean, I feel like New Zealanders would argue that point. Okay.
Well, in those days, if I remember correctly, there was the great rivalry was Jonah Lomu and
Jonah
James
Lomu,
Small.
oh.
Those two guys, dude,
I've been obsessed with the Haka since then.
I remember that tackle that Lomo did. He just ran through, I don't know who they were playing, but he just ran through the fields like it was butter. The guy was just falling away and he was bulldozing this guy.
Yeah.
And he just went through it. And everybody was like, what is wrong with this guy? How can he do things like that?
Yeah.
And then
Rugby's
we
a
had
brutal
our
sport,
man there,
yeah.
put on the smaller side because his
I mean,
name.
Chester Williams was fairly small, right? I mean, Chester Williams was a
Chester
big
was
deal that time,
also another good guy.
but he was
so-
smaller, much smaller.
He wasn't as big as Lomo. I think there was Lomo was big, and then Chester Williams, and then James Small in terms of physical size,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
So okay, still on the 90s. While the 90s saw great strides, there were also some serious issues. Like the challenges with the rise in the rates of HIV and AIDS, which was an epidemic, and these issues affected just optimism of the post-apartheid years. And a lot of conspiracy theorists like me would say, like, now that the white man is out of power, he's just trying to kill all the black men with his AIDS. But that's how it felt at that time.
Well, it's basically what was happening in the country. I mean, people weren't adhering to old cultural values of waiting till marriage. So I think that's also contributed towards the spread of the AIDS epidemic. But I think we've done pretty well since then.
And I mean, look,
as a country.
To touch on a maybe controversial point, I think as our societies become more freer and secular and looser, we tend to lose a level of what would be considered traditional roles, or like, look, let's just say it, like people became easier, and it's problematic.
Correct,
especially because in Islam we don't subscribe to that sort of stuff. But look, on a lighter note, let's talk about the rise of the internet. So I remember, I mean, dial-up.
Now
you
we're
can't
talking.
forget. I would
that
wait for
particular sound. Dude, that's like a classic sound. You can't beat that sound. And us, for the nostalgia, we love it. We love it as much as people don't like to know what it entails, because you had 33.6 dial-up modems. But when you hear that sound and you knew that you were getting onto the net, if you had to have an incoming call,
right?
Correct.
And also the thing is, it would take a while, but that last part, it was a moment. It's you making it or you're not making it. You're not sure. But also there was the rise in things like MIRC and I think MySpace. I remember I went to America in I feel like it was early 2000s, and I met this American friends who said, "Hey man, add me on MySpace," and I was like, "Cool, I'll do that." I didn't have friends who had MySpace at all.
Well, in South Africa, I don't think MySpace was that popular, and then that was a precursor to Facebook.
Yeah, because I joined Facebook in like 04.
Correct.
05,
yes.
maybe.
I think I did it around the same time. 2002, 2003, around there.
And I mean, I was in varsity then. I was 17. I still remember. It's actually depressing.
But in the beginning of the internet, it's early 90s when we were just getting it, because we got the internet in around 96, 97, around there. It's 95. That's when it basically came out in South Africa. The big things were as you said, MIRC and the Islamic chat rooms.
What Islamic chat rooms?
On MIRC. You don't remember it?
I mean, I don't think I was thinking I was too young.
That was Merck. That was basically what Merck was most famous about.
Is that what you're telling us?
No. That's way back in the day when you used to log on, when the internet was basically chat rooms.
Right.
That was it was famous for, right? So MIRC, one of the most popular chat rooms on MIRC was Islam.
I was a bit young for MIRC, I can't lie. I mean, when we got to mix it and stuff later, I was maybe a bit more. And that also was 2000s. It's not 90s,
Mixit
you're right.
Was, I think, before MIRC as well.
No. After, definitely. Mixit was in the 2000s.
No, man. Mixit was Mixit in the 2000s.
I guarantee you, my second year of university, I think I was on Mixit my entire day.
Then I'm mixing up stuff, because MIRC was most popular for the Islamic
It was the chat room.
It was
in Ramadan,
Facebook
after
and everything.
Tarawih, we would all sit at MIRC.
Because I can remember being on the desktops.
Yeah.
And you just sit there and you're on Islamic chat room for hours, and everybody wants to have ops.
Yeah.
Which was operations.
Yes, I remember that.
Everybody wants to be ops. So that was the most popular thing about MIRC. And then you had the WinMX was...
What is that? Remind me.
WinMX was basically your peer-to-peer file sharing programs.
So it was also Napster,
LimeWire and Napster. Basically the same type of a program.
We're not encouraging this, because if we know it's piracy, we get it. We understand, whatever. But we all used it, so stop pretending like you didn't. Yes. Because we all sat for 9 days waiting to download one MP3. And if your connection cut and then you had to start again, then it's another 15 days. And now it's crazy. Look, we've got a few minutes left, and I wanted to touch on some of the profound, iconic films of the 90s, like The Lion King and Titanic. But I would much rather talk about technology than was now. It is... I had a moment last night where I burst out crying because I just realized I was in university nearly 20 years ago. And that kills me because it's really depressing. But if you look at technology, I didn't have a phone in the 90s. I was a child.
Yeah.
I got my first... Oh, actually, I probably did have a phone in the 90s, because I got my first phone was a 3210.
I had a 3310 and used to change the covers and the faces and stuff.
That is
like
my second. You know what is my real baller moment? Everyone got a 3310, right? And I was like, listen, yeah, I am not gonna play this game. Pulled out an 8310. You remember
Yeah,
the small one with
those
the white
small
backpack?
ones, yeah.
Oh, I was the man for like a whole year.
And that was the thing about Nokia in those days. They had so many different styles and
beautiful
designs of
phones.
phones. Nowadays, you look at our phone and they're all the same. They basically all look the same.
It's all a brick.
And
then Apple adds a button and add 10 grand to the price. It's like absolutely at this
I'm so
point, if the
over
world for
touchscreen.
people still buying Apple, like you need to like go check yourself.
But the major thing from those phones to now is the versatility of them. We use these phones to shoot movies and stuff like that. And the
That's
most
it.
recent film that we recently did for the 48-hour film project was Blank Canvas.
Right.
So you can shoot because you can shoot in 4K now.
100%. But like the thing is, if you upload a 4K video to social media, it'll downgrade you to 90s
yes.
technology.
Correct.
Look, we gotta wrap up and go to an ad break because our next guest is already sitting here in front of us,
Way too fast.
like glaring at me. But it's like you were there at the march, the Palestinian march Saturday, and
Correct,
you were
yes.
taking photographs. Tell us, what are you currently doing? Like, what is it for? Is it for a project? Is it something that you're
Well,
towards?
those photographs, I've been covering all the events for quite a while now. I think for over the last decade or so.
Right.
So what I do is I have all these photographs and I'm going to try to turn into like a feature.
Okay.
So a little short documentary of what basically has happened with Palestine.
Okay, wonderful.
So if anybody has videos or footage that they'd like to put into this little documentary, please contact me.
Give us your details. Where can
Well,
find
they
you on
can
YouTube?
contact me on my YouTube page, which is Genazana Media. That's GENAZANA, separate word media. And give me a shout and let's see what footage you have and if it can be usable in the documentary. And obviously, we would send a shout out to you and put a thanks to you at the end of the documentary as well.
No money, yeah? No money. Don't even come.
Unfortunately, we will not be paying for the footage, but
There's a
we will
finder's
send
fee. You're
you.
using Al Ansar. There's a finder's fee. No, but I'm just
So-
joking. But look, brother Ismail, I mean, it's been an honest pleasure having to interview you in person for the first time, having spoken to you for years. And
Jazakallah to you as well.
I love
for
your insights. I
having me
love
on.
these nostalgia, these flashbacks. We're definitely going to do this again when Zahir comes back. But for today, Jazakallah so much. I really appreciate it.
Shukr, Jazakallah for having me on, brother. I do appreciate it, man.
That was Ismail Ghani, Mr. Isitronics himself. Remember, if you want to contribute to his documentary, catch him on Genazana Media and his YouTube channel is over there. We're going for a quick ad break to pay some of these bills, but when we come back, we have Mr. Movada himself sitting right here next to me in studio to talk a little bit about what happened with Ghulam Nabi, because I still want to know, and I mean everything else. So don't go anywhere.
Getting you through your day. Radio Al Ansar.
Join Huda SA as we raise funds to complete phase 2 of the finishes of the Ilovo Masjid construction. We humbly request your generous Sadaqah Ejariya and Lillah donations. Your contribution helps build a masjid and earn everlasting rewards. For more information, contact Huda SA on 031 271 3049 or visit www.huda-int.org. Act now and earn your share of sawab. Donate today. Huda SA, building communities, strengthening faith.
The Outreach Slice of Life campaign. Since its inception, our Slice of Life has touched the lives of countless individuals through our distribution to schools, old age homes, orphanages, and deserving families within our community. This initiative has been instrumental in alleviating hunger. For only 9 Rand a loaf, you will be providing a family with their daily staple, bread. Donate now on www.alansar.org.za or call Outreach on 031 208 1601. Ladies, are you concerned about your health and well-being? Then the Al Ansar Cancer Support Group's annual Cancer Awareness and Chai Day is for you. Dynamic speakers, health and wellness exhibition, an awesome tea garden. Lucky draws, free blood pressure and sugar checks, free entry. Join us on Saturday, 12 October 2024 at the Al Ansar Conference Center, 207 West Road in Overport from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Let's unite to fight cancer's might. For inquiries, contact Rabina Parak on 082 786 8815 or Zora Jadwat on 222-03131.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Looking for the perfect Umrah experience? Look no further. One Stop Travel and Tours brings you exclusive Umrah group packages with Qatar Airways departing from Johannesburg. Enjoy a seamless journey with flights, accommodations in Makkah and Medina, and visas all included. Experience spiritual peace with Ziyarat Tours guided in English. Departure dates start from December 25th, returning by January 14th. For a stress-free, soul-enriching Umrah journey, call One Stop Travel today at 031-271-2800. One Stop Travel and Tours. Your pilgrimage, our priority.
What is this tear on my face?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi and welcome back to the Social Network with me, your stand-in host, Muhammad Iyas Kareem. So today we have a special guest who is sure to bring both insight and humor to the table. Joining us is Mr. Mo Vauda, a comedian and lecturer from KwaZulu-Natal. We are going to be digging into, I know it's a little bit of an old story now, but I'm still touchy, so we're talking about the scandal surrounding Ghulam Mb that stirred up quite the conversation, and we'll also get a sneak peek into Mo's upcoming one-man show. Yes. But yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here at Radio Al Ansar again.
This guy's smile is infectious. I can't lie. We are streaming live on Facebook, so if you want to see his smile for yourself, go on there and and check it out. Okay, but Mo, look, the Ghulam, like, let's just talk about it.
Right, let's talk about it. Get the white elephant out the room, and I'm not
please.
talking about you.
Yeah, I'm far from a white elephant. Yeah? So look, the Ghulam Mb scandal was a hot topic for a while. I mean, I feel like you were every headline for, and as somebody who reads news, I promise you were every headline for like a 1 week period.
Yes. Nationally,
Nationally,
it was insane.
I feel like it went beyond. Look, can you give us your take on why it captured so much attention? And as a comedian, what is the funniest observation you took from the situation?
Okay, so originally,
Yeah.
when it happened, I didn't know it was me.
You didn't
It
realize
didn't know
it
it
was
was
talking
me.
about you.
Yeah. Because somebody called me, I'm like, you Ghulam. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, you Ghulam. And then I started laughing, and then it said, check on Google.
For a minute, I really thought you were Ghulam.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually feeling a bit chuffed now.
Because I was like, this guy doesn't have the depth and intellectual capacity to to give these insights.
Yo, what's up, man?
No, but like, yeah. So then when I remember we did an interview the day they broke the story that they apologized to you, right? And
Yeah.
they outed the actual guy.
Yes.
But you took it like a boss. I can't like, because you were like,
This is
that's not okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm suing you. Yeah.
So where can we talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, sort of. If you want to hear the full story, you need to come to watch me talk about it.
We'll touch on that. Remember, you're not paying me enough money to be
Okay.
here.
Oh no. So what I'm saying is, I can say some stuff. possible for this guy to be this politics and whatever.
It
Yeah.
felt so off-brand.
It was off.
Yeah, it
it
felt
is
off-brand.
off-brand. Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, as a comedian, how do you find the balance between making light of serious topics without crossing the line? I mean, got any jokes in your arsenal that give a good? Because I'm really bad at this. I always get shouted at for things I say on radio because
Yeah.
I'm always saying inappropriate stuff.
Right.
How do you, and I know you are very cognizant of that.
Yes, I have to be.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go and find a serious topic that's making headlines, and then I don't actually talk bad about what's going on. For example, the Palestine-Israel thing. So I'll shed light on it, and then I'll show. Obviously, I'm pro-Palestine. And then the humor comes in where I start to pick on myself. So I'm
you self-deprecating one of it.
self-deprecating humor. all the
Low-hanging
time.
fruit, huh?
Yeah, easy.
Don't
easy.
reinvent the wheel. Let's just knock ourselves.
No, but
Capitalize on it.
if you're in my audience
Yeah.
and you heckle me, you're in trouble. So I would love for you to come.
When you come to Joburg, I want free seats. I'm just telling you now, free front row.
Right, done deal.
Right.
As long as you heckle me and then you're willing
I'll
accept.
actively heckle you.
You're willing to accept what's the
consequences.
repercussion.
I'll deal with it, but we'll make a fake name. I don't know, like, yeah.
One
But
thing I like
I
about
that's
you
a deal. I'm doing
Yeah.
that.
is that you take the Mickey out of yourself first before you
Of course.
take the Mickey about someone else. It's
100%.
basically the same way I do it to myself as well. So that's a very good way to.
That's
be
a sign
in
of
comedy.
insecurity, guys. I'm just putting it out
Yeah,
there.
we know we highly insecure
Mhm.
people. I don't think you know that comedians
Yeah.
themselves have a lot of psychological and mental issues.
Because they're usually ugly people who are funny, right?
They are intelligent,
I'm joking. I'm just joking.
intelligent people with mental issues. It's a
Right.
bad combination,
But
and
they
it comes
must-
out beautifully.
There
on
must have been
stage.
a situation where, for me personally, I've seen a lot of you call it crowd work, right?
Yeah.
There must have been somebody who where you actually got annoyed,
No.
like angry.
I never ever.
No one went that far.
No, they do. I mean, if I can give it, I must take it.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard with certain things, like when they come for your religion, like full on, or when they come for like the prophet, things like that. It just gets
I'm very good at
diffusing.
diffusing, but also because I'm a lecturer, I'm able to educate people as well. So if you're coming at me with ignorance,
Yes.
you're in trouble.
So no Karens and Kevins at your shows.
Can I speak to the manager? Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. 100%.
I've seen so many of them on Facebook videos. They actually take offense to what the comedian is saying, and they try to get on stage to
Yeah.
challenge the comedian.
I've seen that. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for that to happen to me, actually,
I
because it's gonna be fun.
I saw this clip yesterday where the girl's like, but we just nobody here is enjoying it. Like nobody's enjoying your set. She was so
Yeah,
and everybody else is like, what are you talking about? Like
Yeah.
you can leave.
I saw that.
It's
yeah,
awkward, right?
it can become awkward depending on who the comedian is.
Mm.
If the comedian can handle it,
And if they're petty enough, then it's a problem.
yes, yeah, you can't go on screaming at the person who is in the crowd.
But look, on that point, there's so much more to talk about, but we've got to pay the bill. So let's go for a quick ad break. And when we come back, we'll be back with Movado. And Mr. Isigani is still here in the studio.
Yeah.
We're making it a pylon. So these guys are going to stay for my third guest as well. But yeah, we'll be right back after this break.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
Looking for luxury furniture at unbeatable prices? Visit Sukasa Designs in Springfield Park, where style meets affordability. From designer lounge suites to exclusive dining sets, we have everything you need to elevate your space. Hurry, don't miss our special deals. Find us at Springfield Retail Center and transform your home today. Sukasa, personalizing your home.
If you're craving authentic Turkish cuisine, visit Arzu Cafe, where every dish is a journey to Turkey. From sizzling kebabs to mouth-watering mezes and desserts, we offer rich flavors and a warm, welcoming atmosphere. Located at 4 Swapo Road in Durban North, call 031-535-2535. Taste Turkey at Arzu Cafe. 100% halal. Your table awaits you.
يا ربي يا نبي نديك جود عليا قلبي ناديك رجع ندمان لك يا رحمن تب عليا ورجعني ليك يا ربي يا نبي نديك جود عليا قلبي ناديك راجع ندمان لك يا رحمن تب عليا ورجعني ليك يا مولاي يا الله يا مولانا يا مولانا يا الله يا مولانا اغفر ذنبي انت الكريم واملا قلبي نور ويقين اغفر ذنبي انت الكريم واملا قلبي نور ويقين تايبنا لك يا عظيم ما خاب ظني يا ربي فيك تايبنا لك يا عظيم ما خاب ظني يا ربي فيك
You're dialed into the social network with me, Muhammad Yaz Kareem, standing in for Zahir Bossa here on the social network on Radio Al Ansar. So we're still in studio with our guest Mo Bauda and Mr. Ismail Ghani. But Mo, I'm curious to know. So you did mention a one-man show, right? So what are people gonna expect? Are they gonna be Ghulam Imbi jokes, or do you have a strict when you create something, do you create it with themes and segments? What's the process, and are there certain things that are just off limits?
Okay, so in my one-man show that I've written, it's going to be about Ghulam Imbi. There's going to be at least 10 to 15 minutes of that.
Okay.
But there is about an hour. Other than that, it's going to be talking about my original one-man show that I was supposed to do this year,
Right.
which was it's called My Father's Son. It was called My Father's Son. So my dad
That sounds
passed away.
sad.
My dad passed away in 2013.
Read the room, brah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but he inspired me to do comedy.
Okay.
And so the humor is endless. But if you come to the show, you'll see that it's a journey. So you'll have amazing laughter. You will come and cry for a little while.
Oh, that actually really hit me so hard. Because
yeah,
that's the type of authenticity we need to sell this.
It's very authentic.
Yeah.
And it is me. It is about my life. And there's a lot of funny moments of my observations of the world and my travels. I've traveled a lot because of my lecturing. I have a guest skill internationally, so I get to.
But you have kids as well, right? Because I know I met you at a kids event on Sunday.
Yes.
How old are your kids now?
8 and 4.
8 and 4. So I know for most parents that's a line where it's you don't cross that line.
Yeah.
Has it ever come up?
No, I do talk about my kids, but in a very general way.
Yeah.
It is called My Father's Son because eventually I am going to be talking about my son.
You become your father.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that journey it's going to be fun. I promise you. You will
guys,
non-stop
so
laugh.
stereotypical. I'm just joking.
Ayaz, when you come to the show, I want you afterwards to come and do a review on this show.
Anything for you. But I'm actually really excited. It'll be a lot of fun. I love stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So we spoke the other day about Sami Araf. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I mean, Trevor knows. No, I'm lying. I don't know Trevor Noah at all. But I mean, I know a few. Even Suhail Essa. He's a friend of mine, and I've had him on the show a couple of times. But he's killing it right now with that podcast of his, the Doctors one. Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy how you and Suhail are two of the smartest guys out there with your a doctor and a lecturer he's a stats lecturer. I studied stats at university, the hardest subject at university level, right? These guys are both brilliant, but they're both funny as F.
Yeah, I mean, that's, as I said, you have to be intelligent and mentally you have to have issues. So that's the two requirements.
I think I could do this.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you would make a brilliant comedian.
Oh, so
specifically,
sweet.
if you look in the mirror, you'll notice the mental health issues.
What can I say? Allah wasn't as kind to all of us as he was to you, okay? I've never seen such a pretty comedian ever.
I'm not pretty. What are you talking about?
Pretty for man, you know what I mean? But okay, so you managed to mix comedy and lecturing in this unique way, right?
Yeah.
You found the balance, which I feel like you have now. Does your experience as a lecturer ever come into your comedy?
Definitely.
So your interaction with students, or are we talking as in like you make like nerd stat jokes?
I do have stat jokes, but it doesn't work for 50% of the crowd.
Because stats is complicated.
It
bro.
is complicated. I mean, there are like jokes that I talk about that wouldn't be funny to everyone, but eventually they do get the humor. Yeah, and if you come to the show, you'll hear it, and then
Give me a stats joke.
no,
Just like
because
the-
you
Why are
can't
you
do it
putting
off
the man
air.
on the spot
I know.
there?
I feel like
Okay.
like no one's gonna get it. It's gonna be so awkward. It's gonna be so
off
awkward.
air. How's that?
Okay, off
Okay.
air. Oh, man. I wanted to bomb live, man. Like it makes for a viral clip. We are going live. We are live on Facebook. I need to like increase my virality. I swear, it's so difficult. I mean, are you currently on TikTok?
And yes, I just joined.
So okay, so for somebody like you joining TikTok, because I know on Instagram you've got what's your fair following, like in
Yeah.
30-40K.
No, that's on TikTok. TikTok, I have 56,000 followers.
Group,
Yeah.
let's go live. Like I'm literally going live with my 1,000, but like you're gonna help me grow, right? on
Right, I
TikTok?
will. I will.
So what happened with me is personally that I post very contentious stuff about Palestine stuff. I'm always very vocal.
It doesn't travel.
It doesn't travel, and they literally lock you in a cage
Yes.
after you do that.
I made a nasheed with my son, with my kids actually, and I posted it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And that has the lowest views of all my videos.
If I make a TikTok about just farting,
Yeah.
I swear I'll get 20,000 views. I made TikToks about white monopoly capital or like anything contentious in the
Yeah.
world, and I get 5 views.
What?
I made a TikTok about the smoking laws that they're changing. I get like 20 views. It's crazy. Whereas I can post a random video. I posted a video about the restaurant takeover yesterday. It got 6,000 views just this morning.
Oh my gosh.
So it depends on what they want to push
Like
out there.
I posted a video about 3 days ago. It was something stupid. It was silly. I was just singing into the camera about my show, and that got 60,000 views. But my video on the Palestine issue
It's
is
still sitting on
4,900.
And you know the worst part is they're suppressing you, because what I will do is I'll take another phone and watch my own videos to
Yeah.
push, and it'll still stay one view.
Yeah.
I'm like, I watched this 37 times myself. Why do I not have 38 views?
I think they tracking your IP address where it's coming, where the
Possibly,
view is
right?
coming
I think specifically they actually looking at you.
Do you know what it is though? They also they have all your information with regards to your contacts. So because I in this production game and I contact lots of new, I've got like ministers and the head of the DA, the head of
I don't want to know anything about politics.
I'm saying I've got all
leave
the
me
numbers of
alone.
they probably think I'm
Dude, you're
important.
getting
I'm
me into
just not.
trouble.
Yeah, but look, this is really exciting. We've still got about 6 minutes left before
Yeah.
the news. So like quickly, just tell us, where can we buy tickets? When is what are the dates? Tell us everything quickly that we need to know.
Right, Durban is next week. So if you're in Johannesburg, it's this week Saturday, 12th of October. Melrose Arch. Get tickets at Quicket or follow me on social media.
This Saturday.
Yes, in Joburg.
So you just have to pay for my Uber to Melrose Arch, which is about 500 Rand.
Oh my gosh.
It's far. I live in the East End, which is by the airport.
Okay, listen, don't come.
I'll put petrol in my car and I'll drive.
Good job.
What's the venue at Melrose Arch?
It's at the Fire and Ice Hotel.
Love that.
Yeah, it's a good.
Have you
venue.
stayed there before?
Yes, I did.
I stayed at the one in Melrose Arch and the one in Cape Town.
Yeah.
It's well. There's two in Cape Town.
Yeah.
But they've got the best milkshakes also.
The Marriott in Cape Town.
The proper Fire and Ice.
Yeah. It's called the
It's
Marriott.
there it's in Century City.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, but the shower is essentially in the middle of the room and it's glass.
What you should
Big
do
glass.
is buy tickets for the Cape Town show on the 26th of October.
And then you fly me down.
And then you fly yourself, and then you can experience the hotel yourself.
I mean, like he's talking about, we don't. I know how much you guys earn. comedians.
What were you talking about? I don't. I'm
Okay,
not.
we won't
rich.
talk about.
Yeah,
we won't
let's
talk
not talk about money.
But yeah, look,
Saz is
I'm
listening.
excited.
Saz is
Yeah,
listening.
Saz is listening. Saz is still waiting for my tax return. I don't know. Keep waiting, Saz. But yeah, look, it's Joburg, Durban, and Cape Town. You said.
Yeah, so 12th October Joburg, 19th October Durban, and
Where's the venue
26th
in Durban?
Amshlanga Fire and Ice Hotel.
Okay, also.
So all the
you've done a partnership with them. Great.
Yes.
You can get me a room then.
I don't know. I'm not the one
We'll talk
who's
about it
promoting.
later.
Okay, afterwards.
And
offline.
then Cape Town, it's the venue.
It's also Fire and Ice.
Yeah, right, but the venue. Sorry, the date.
26th October.
26th October.
Yes.
Okay, so you're doing a one round only. It's
Yes,
not
one
very bad.
round.
But if
once
there's
only.
demand, you might do a.
I might do it. Depends on how well it does.
What are we talking about ticket prices?
160.
Oh, not bad.
No, it's very cheap.
Cheap,
I mean, like when I started
very
comedy
cheap. Don't say
nine,
very cheap.
9 years ago, when I started comedy, it was 150 rand. Now it's 160 rand.
So you're making 10 rand extra per head.
So you're giving back to the community with your comedy.
Exactly. It's 10 rand more with inflation. I have to pay for
So
my
guys,
flights.
go out there and support Mobara. His one-man show will be in Joburg, Durban, and Cape Town. But it has been honestly so much fun having you guys in studio. I mean, Isi, Jazakallah so much. So
My pleasure, brother.
we're waiting for our next guest. I mean, I want you guys to actually stay. I just don't know. He's gonna bring food for me.
Okay, I'll eat some food.
So I was gonna do a live tasting, but I don't think he's here yet.
Yeah.
And we are also still waiting for Mr. Eric Monia. So we've got a few more minutes. Let's touch. I know you were sitting here during the 90s conversation, and you wanted to jump in there. What for you was the most significant technology of the 90s that you can remember?
In the 90s. Okay, I was born in 87.
Okay,
Right,
just 7
yeah.
years after than me, so it's not bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I remember somewhat the 90s, but I do remember the internet when it first came on and the floppy disks. And
You remember MIRC and
I
all
don't
that?
remember MIR.
Bro, we like the same age. It's like I remember it clearly.
I don't.
So you were a late bloomer.
No, I never did the internet thing
bloomer,
properly.
late bloomer,
Yeah, yeah.
late
And my dad was very strict. That's
Oh,
not true, yeah.
ma.
So I only got Mixit and stuff at like 2007 when internet, proper internet. That's when I
in
got Mixit.
2007, you were already 20 years old, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like proper. Yeah.
Dude, I went through everything, dude. I was proper techno engaged in everything, sitting on the keyboard for hours and you're
Yeah.
mixing, you'll see the sun is coming up, and you're still there typing away.
Well, now I teach statistics for AI. So
Okay, so this is for AI.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
jeepers creepers.
So
dude.
the technology that advanced.
progressed
I went
so
from
far.
2007 to knowing nothing to now knowing so much
Much.
about AI. So it's different. Yeah,
And
You
you
should
never,
consider developing your own app. There's my friend himself. He's
I am.
right here.
I
you
am.
brought the Charles.
Yeah.
There's 3 guys and 4 guys in
He
the.
literally brought food for me. He was not expecting all of you. But in any case, guys, on that note, we've got to wrap up for now, and we are going to go for a quick ad break and then news. And when we come back, we will be here live with Imtiaz from Heroes in studio, where I'm going to be eating a burger. So if you want to watch me do that.
You're gonna
Um,
cut it right
yeah,
in
we'll
4.
cut it,
We'll
we'll
cut it in 4.
Yeah, I'm going to look, sharing is caring. We're Muslims. At the end of the day,
Dastar Khan. You have
we
to
want
make a
everyone
Dastar
to
Khan.
taste. So
Dastar Khan.
don't go anywhere. Come back after the news.
Station for Conversation, Radio Al Ansar.
Looking for the perfect Umrah experience? Look no further. One Stop Travel and Tours brings you exclusive Umrah group packages with Qatar Airways departing from Johannesburg. Enjoy a seamless journey with flights, accommodations in Makkah and Medina, and visas all included. Experience spiritual peace with Ziyarat Tours guided in English. Departure dates start from December 25th, returning by January 14th. For a stress-free, soul-enriching Umrah journey, call One Stop Travel today at 031-271-2800. One Stop Travel and Tours. Your pilgrimage, our priority.
Did you see the lunch deal happening at Nando's Saxony Westwood Mall?
Gee, I did. What's a great deal? We should order.
Absolutely. I mean, Nando's are the OGs when it comes to flame grilled goodness.
Definitely the brand you can trust.
Nando's Saxony Westwood Mall is NIHT approved and brings you the freshest ingredients, memorable taste, and flavors so enticing it'll make you come back for more. We deliver. Order one of our delicious platters. So place your order now on 031-266-2493. Nando's, fired up at the Saxony Westwood Mall.
Verily, every soul shall taste death. Prepare yourself for the inevitable. Join the Al Ansar Foundation for our annual Ladies Workshop. on Saturday, the 26th of October from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Seats are limited, so don't delay. Register now by calling 031-208-1601. Save the date, 26th October, Al-Ansar Conference. Secure your spot and ensure you are prepared for life's final journey.
They convince the world to believe that terrorists look like beards and thobes. Now, as the facade cracks, one martyr after another, the world sees through the broken windows and now knows the true face of terrorism. It wears suits and ties and smiles behind lies.
اللهم احفظ المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الحاقدين اللهم أعد المسجد الأقصى إلى رحاب المسلمين اللهم وطهر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين اللهم عليك بهم فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا قوي يا متين اللهم منزل الكتاب مجري السحاب هازم الأحزاب سريع الحساب اهزم اليهود وزلزلهم يا قوي يا عزيز.
The Outrage Slice of Life campaign. Since its inception, our Slice of Life has touched the lives of countless individuals through our distribution to schools, old age homes, orphanages, and deserving families within our community. This initiative has been instrumental in alleviating hunger. For only 9 Rand a loaf, you will be providing a family with their daily staple, bread. Donate now on www.alansar.org.za or call Outreach on 031 208 1601.
Radio Al-Ansar. An informative Islamic global perspective. This is Al-Ansar News.
Making news, this are the 9th of October. The news from Durban 90.4 FM, Peter Maritzburg 105.6 FM. Former KwaZulu-Natal police officer is sentenced to 25 years imprisonment. America Monina. A former KwaZulu-Natal police officer is serving a 25-year jail sentence for the murder of his wife. The Peter Maritzburg High Court heard how Constable Mtogozi Sinene shot and killed Nompilo Nene at their Ichanga home 2 years ago. It's understood on the day of the incident, the officer brought his girlfriend to their home. Local media says thereafter an altercation broke out and the officer shot her, Nompilo Nene, in the face with a high-caliber weapon. National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson in KwaZulu-Natal, Natasha Kara, says the victims say they welcomed his sentencing. More news in Howick near Peter Maritzburg. Paramedics worked to rescue a woman who allegedly jumped off a cliffside at Howick Falls. It took the rescue team from the Midlands paramedics 6 hours to hoist the woman up from the 50-meter depth. Paramedics and the rescue team worked together to rescue the patient. She was between 50 and 60 meters down. Once stabilized, she was transported to hospital. In other news, local media says Police Minister Senzo Mgunu is conducting a raid in Germiston, the East Rand in Johannesburg. This follows the government's efforts on crime fighting. Mgunu says the raid will continue for some time to come. He's explaining.
We have seen the whole day, even though I joined midday. But operations started in 3 areas jointly: South African Police Service and the Metro Police, plus other law enforcement units, including CPFs and all of that. Now, this must not be incidental. That is our intention. And it's not going to be events. It's something that we're going to do sustainably. And that's the purpose of the agreement. And we want people to see and feel safe all the time. And we just have to be consistent. On Thursday, we're signing with Johannesburg, we're signing with Swane, because we want to focus on implementation. And there will be levels of implementation. We'll start with boots, we'll follow with technology and intelligence, and then we'll clean out.
One suspect has been arrested in connection with the Lusigisi massacre. 18 people were shot dead in 2 separate incidents just over a week ago. Report says the suspect is due to appear in court. The High Court in Pretoria has denied former public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane a 10 million rands gratuity payouts. In delivering the ruling today, Judge Ofemetsi Muki says he could not agree with Mkhwebane's argument that she is entitled to the gratuity payouts even if she was removed from office. Parliament impeached Mkhwebane in September 2023. The judge, Ofemetsi Muki, has this to say on Mkhwebane.
There is much that is regrettable in what the applicant said about the respondents. She did not substantiate the very serious allegations that she made, both in relation to the office of the public protector and the person of Ms. Gcaleka as a public protector. There was no need for the applicant's intemperate comments against the National Assembly regarding events leading to her removal from office. This court is not concerned with her removal from office. I have determined, however, that the court will not order costs on a punitive basis. I make the following order. 1, the application is dismissed. 2, the applicant is ordered to pay costs. 3, the costs of counsel are on scale C in relation to senior counsel and scale B in relation to junior counsel.
Your international story, the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson says Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi's upcoming trip to Saudi Arabia is in line with Tehran's diplomatic efforts towards the cessation of the Israeli regime's ongoing regional atrocities. The top diplomat is heading to Saudi Arabia today in furtherance of the diplomatic efforts in coordination with the countries of the region to stop the Israeli regime's genocide and aggression, and also to alleviate the pain and suffering of brothers and sisters in Gaza and Lebanon. Report says the ambassador has been referring to the regime's October 7th, 2023 present war on the Gaza Strip that has so far killed nearly 42,000 Palestinians, mostly women and children, as well as its escalated attacks on Lebanon, which have claimed thousands of other lives. Speaking on the sidelines of a summit in the Iranian capital earlier today, reports says Araghchi addressed the issue of his pending trip that would also take him to other regional countries. Your weather, 24 degrees, variable conditions. A quick reminder of our top story. A former KwaZulu-Natal police officer is serving a 25-year jail sentence for the murder of his wife. That's the news.
Station for Conversation, Radio Al-Ansar.
Looking for the perfect Umrah experience? Look no further. One Stop Travel and Tours brings you exclusive Umrah group packages with Qatar Airways departing from Johannesburg. Enjoy a seamless journey with flights, accommodations in Makkah and Medina, and visas all included. Experience spiritual peace with Ziyarat Tours guided in English. Departure dates start from December 25th, returning by January 14th. For a stress-free, soul-enriching Umrah journey, call One Stop Travel today at 031-271-2800. One Stop Travel and Tours. Your pilgrimage, our priority.
When you give water, you're reaching out to drought-affected areas, bringing them to life. Fresh water to drink, to clean, and to grow. That's the power of water. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
Looking for the perfect Umrah experience? Look no further. One Stop Travel and Tours brings you exclusive Umrah group packages with Qatar Airways departing from Johannesburg. Enjoy a seamless journey with flights, accommodations in Makkah and Medina, and visas all included. Experience spiritual peace with Ziyarat Tours guided in English. Departure dates start from December 25th, returning by January 14th. For a stress-free, soul-enriching Umrah journey, call One Stop Travel today at 031-271-2800. 800. One-stop travel and tours. Your pilgrimage, our priority.
حبك يا خير خلق الله ما نفدا وما توقف يوما ما ولا بردا ما زرت دارك فيه شوق يؤرقني إلا تزايد عندي الشوق والتقدا حبك يا خير خلق الله ما نفدا وما توقف يوما ما ولا بردا ما زرت دارك فيه شوق يؤرقني عندي الشوق والتقدا ولا أرى جبلا في الأرض منفردا إلا تذكرت مشتاقا له حدا ولن أزال بجيش من جيوشكم.
And welcome back to the social network with me, Muhammad Iyas Kareem, standing in for Zahir Basik here on Radio Al Ansar. So we have got a little something different coming up next, but I promise you it's a whole lot tastier. We've got our amazing team from Heroes here, Imtiaz and Shabnam, and they're here in studio, and we're about to get into a little bit of a taste test. We're streaming live on Facebook, so you can watch me eating if that's your sort of thing. Myself and the comedian Mr. Mobada over here. But look, Heroes has made quite the name for themselves with their incredible burgers and their delicious creations. And we're also going to be talking about what they're going to be serving at Souk this year. I'm just saying, I mean, that's if they come to Souk, but I'm sure they're going to be coming to Souk. Who doesn't come to Souk? Anyways, look, let's get right into it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And jazakallah so much for joining me here today.
Alaikum salam.
Calm, Imtiaz. You can speak a little bit live, man. But look, let's start with the basics. What was the secret behind the... You guys are known for burgers, right?
Burgers,
like, it's your claim to fame. I would say I've tried your burgers. They're some of the best I've ever had. So what is the secret behind the perfect Heroes burger? Is there a specific ingredient or technique or something that you always fall back on?
That's our secret. We can't.
I tried,
it's
guys.
A quality.
Okay, it's a patty. That's the secret.
Yeah.
The patty.
Imam Bucks.
No, we make our own patties.
Oh, you see, they make their own patties. So there is a secret to it. But look, we've got you brought some stuff for us to taste, right? Yeah. You didn't bring any burgers. So tell me what you brought for me today.
Well, we brought our winglets, which are very, very popular, and we brought some sandwich pizzas actually. We've got a jalapeno chicken pizza, and we've got a steak supreme pizza for you guys to try.
I mean, I feel like, let's just show it. Pass me these wings. Let me show it on camera. I got one here, right from my face. So here, so these are the winglets. If you are listening to us on radio, you can go to Facebook Al Ansar and just click on the icon. It'll take you to the live stream. So, I mean, look, these look delicious.
I mean, this is how we're rating the wings. We're gonna go on crispiness, taste, and durability. Like when I say durability, I mean it must be chewy for the bite and the crispiness, and then suddenly it must be soft and delicious. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay.
Do you want to join us tasting these?
Right. So I'm gonna go with the beautiful wing. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks tasty.
It looks delicious. Look at this.
Out of 10, I'm gonna give this a 10.5. Okay. So I'm gonna dip it in this fantastic sauce because I like hot wings, and I'm gonna give this a nice.
Actually,
just dip your eaten chicken in my sauce. Toba. No, you know you contaminated my sauce.
Life is life.
Oh, can you believe it?
Okay, that was absolutely delicious. Do you want to come try?
Well, I'll be on the side, don't stress, but I want to say if you want to test for crispiness, you should have brought my son in. He loves crispy stuff. Crispy stuff, the kids love their crispy.
I feel like the
crispy
balance
chips
is
and crispy
great
wings.
because it's it doesn't feel like, I don't want to mention brands, but that one there, the stuff is sometimes like you feel like you're biting the bone because it's so crunchy, right? Here I can differentiate between bone and chicken. The flavor is just perfect.
I stopped talking. I'm just chewing now. This is amazing.
Okay, what's next? What's next? We want to try the rest, man. Tell us more. You said you brought in 2 pizzas. What's the first one?
Okay, that's the jalapeno.
Let's show everyone.
And they wood-fired pizzas.
So these are wood-fired pizzas. Do you guys make your own base?
Yeah, we make our own bases.
So everything, this is from scratch.
That's from scratch, yeah.
For those on Facebook, I don't know if you can see this. The glare is quite intense.
It's going to slip.
Yeah, it's going to slip. But, yeah, this is my supper, guys.
Like, yeah, I'm stealing some of your supper. I hope you don't mind. Like, just, but
don't worry about it.
I must say that the pizza, the look of the pizza already is cheesy and chickeny, and it just looks amazing. And it's got the green things that make it sound like it's healthy, but it's not. It's just the good amount.
Jalapenos are delicious. I mean, this is delicious. I expected it to be stronger, I'll be honest. It's quite creamy. The base is perfect because it looks like a thick base, but it's a thin base.
It's slightly.
It's a more like traditional Italian.
Yeah, it's a.
This is so good. If you're listening on radio and we're silent, I'm so sorry.
Dead air. You're not supposed to have dead air on radio.
So, to give people an idea of the taste of this, it's there's a lot of mozzarella on top. So, but you can see the chilies popping through, which sets you up for that. I'm scared. I won't lie, the taste is like this perfect balance of creaminess, and you get the kick from the jalapeno, but it's not in any way excessive.
I'm very honest in my reviews. I am. The chicken wing was like 3% better than the pizza. But the pizza is absolutely delicious, which gives you an idea of how great the chicken wings are. I must tell you, it is so good. And you know what? The salt content is not overwhelming. Yeah.
It's actually one of the items that go with almost every order. The millet. So majority of our orders, whether it's a burger, pizza, Gatsby, or a sandwich, most customers would buy wings with them as well.
I'm happy that Gunny is not joining us in eating because there's more for us now. He's just watching us eat.
Sorry, I don't mean to be so quiet. I'm trying to scarf this whole slice of pizza down.
He's just looking at me in the distance and he's salivating. He's salivating in the corner there. Just looking at me.
He's trying to shy away, but he wants some.
It's not Ramadan. You can come and join us.
We'll watch it on.
So, guys, we have one more thing to try here. And then maybe there's a little surprise at the end where you can try yourself. But tell us about the last item that we're trying.
Okay, that's the Steak Supreme Pizza. I think we put a barbecue sauce on that one. That's the most popular option with our customers.
Oh, this looks.
It's
the look.
It's one of our favorites.
Oh my God.
That barbecue sauce looks like balsamic vinegar, which is off-putting to me, but I actually love a steak pizza. I have gout, man. This is a problem. I'm giving away my old age here. But look, we got to dig in to the smallest. They all be huge. You cut them in fours.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Steak Supreme. For those of you on Facebook, you can see it here. You can see the delicious Wagyu beef. And I'm like, no. I'm teasing.
Don't lie to the people. I'm still on the chicken one. This man is.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Yeah. The steak is perfect. Perfectly cooked. I see you've like shredded it almost.
Yeah, the steak is actually slow cooked steak. So
you can see the smell of the bone, and then you've got the mushrooms, peppers, this traditional Italian base, and then we've got this barbecue sauce over the top of our mozzarella. Delicious.
So, when you say slow cooked, what does that mean? Like exactly?
It's slow cooked in our wood-fired oven overnight.
Oh, overnight.
Process to cook. Yeah.
So you cook all your steak overnight
for the pizzas.
For the pizzas.
What if you run out of this steak?
Then he puts one in the front and
once it's out, it's out.
You know, this man doesn't strike me as a man that lies to anybody, right? Ayaz is the one. If he says it's overnight slow cooked, he means it. So if he runs out of stock, you have to get it tomorrow. That's what he's saying.
Okay, cool. I mean, that wouldn't, as an Yemen, I disagree with that whole ideology. However, this is so delicious. Please try this one.
I will. I'm already full, but I'm going to do it just because this food is delicious. And I'm definitely going to go for the opening.
Up the new store.
There's a new store.
So tell us about that.
So we're planning to open soon at the new building on Wars Road, 311 on Wars. It's the same building where Lifestyle Home is, the food shop.
Okay. So is this going to be Heroes 2?
Yeah, we're going to call it Heroes Diner. It's going to be more of a sit-down. We're going to have a kiddies play area as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
when's this launch? When's this opening?
We're trying for end of this month or early parts of November. So,
okay, mashallah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So are you going to be having like a big opening, or what's the vibe?
A soft opening.
A soft opening.
What's the difference between a loud opening?
No, I learned it from the influencers.
I don't know.
Okay, for those of you who answer, where a soft opening is basically like a trial run where you invite important people and who are gonna push your product. I'm just sorry, I can't help being so jaded, but it is essentially what it is. And then it gets to the wider audience.
The steak feels like it has like Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. It does.
It's a tongue twister.
It's Worcestershire, no?
No, it's Worcester.
It's Worcester, yeah. Okay, so we got a message. Saddam, please let me know the name of the restaurant that's currently being reviewed on Radio Al Ansar. That is Heroes. We're with Brother Imtiaz and Shabnam, and we are talking about the upcoming opening of the Heroes Diner, which is by the address again?
311 on Wars. It's where Lifestyle Home is. Basically, it's a new building that's come up just up Sydenham Hill and Ridge Road in that vicinity.
311 on Wars.
I'm a 24-year-old. My first phone was a contract phone with MTM, and I had a debit order. My first salary, when I started going into my bank account, I got the Motorola V5 flip phone, small and perfect. Nowadays, to own a flip phone, you need to be a big Lani, which is so true. Trust me.
Correct. That is so correct.
My fold takes half my salary currently, so I fully understand you, Lutfia. Jazakallah so much for enjoying our show. And yeah, I mean, so Imtiaz and Shabnam have been actually really generous today, and they want to share something with our listeners. So we're gonna give away something to taste. Let's see. For the first person you can phone us on, to say our number. I don't know. So the first person to phone us on our WhatsApp line, which is dum 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 dum.
The number to you now.
Ted's gonna give it to you. Sorry guys. I mean, I know I work here, but I just work here. Anyways, WhatsApp line, or you can WhatsApp us. Tell us the name of Imtiaz and Shabnam's new restaurant that they're launching now in November, and then we'll hear what you're gonna be getting for that. So you can phone us on.
You can give us your messages and phone call on 060-904-1056.
Thank you, Ted. So yeah, we wait. I can see everyone typing. The WhatsApp lines are going crazy. Everyone started typing at the same time. Ted, choose one, bro. Choose one.
Dun dun dun.
Who's gonna be the one?
Sumaya said it first. Yeah. So Sumaya Suleiman said Heroes Diner, and I mean she's correct, right?
Correct.
So what are we giving her today?
Wait, we have to verify with the auditors. Hold on. Just give us 5 seconds. Okay. Is it correct? Correct. Everyone says correct.
PricewaterhouseCoopers has actually audited these findings, and we have found that Sumaya Suleiman is correct with Heroes Diner. So please tell us what she's getting.
Basically, we're giving away one of our newer additions to our menu. The current menu at the current store, not the new store as yet. A Polony Gatsby.
Polony Gatsby.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you Sumaya's number, and then Sumaya can come to your store, and then you can test that she's real by phoning her. And if it rings, then you give her the Gatsby. Right, Sumaya? Are you good with that?
Good job.
Great. Okay. So, Jazakallah so much for that. I mean, this is really exciting. But look, tell me, I remember last year, I think it was, maybe it was, it was one of the shows. You come up with these capsule menus, and I love that about you because you guys made those
Those
really
burgers.
delicious. That mutton jalapeno burger was so tasty. Are we planning something for December?
We're working on something. We haven't.
So new dishes, new burgers, new delights.
Yeah,
This is my favorite part about your stuff. You guys are always innovating. You never settle on. And I mean, I know, it would be great to see a new iteration of your wings. I don't know, like a cheesy.
We are working on
we are
something.
working on something.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating to see. I mean, have you eaten heroes before?
Yes, I eat it all the time.
So there's Movada is now the new face of heroes. But yeah. No, look, Jazakallah so much for bringing us all this food today and giving us all the stuff to taste. This is going to be my supper. I'm going to take it back home.
I ate
I
half
don't
of
think
your
you're gonna
supper.
have that for supper. It's gonna get finished now.
I mean, I'm gonna try and sneak it out of it. But look, this is also my. I want to just bid the listeners of Al Ansar farewell. So I have been here for the past week in Durban, and it's been an outstanding experience. I know a lot of you are probably so tired of hearing this voice because I've been on every show, probably from Sugupta to Razia to Sumaya. And I just want to thank all the presenters and my fellow colleagues at Radio Al Ansar, our station manager, Mr. Faisal Suleiman, for being so great to me. Catch me tonight on Yunus Akur Show, News in Focus, where we'll be having a really interesting and important conversation about Palestine and the 1 year since October 7th. These things are really important to still focus on. Mr. Ghani?
I just want to say Jazakallah for having me and to finally meet you in person.
No, it was great. I mean, I had that experience at Imtiaz 2 years ago. I speak to people for years before I actually meet them. But I mean, Jazakallah to Mawbauda, Jazakallah to Imtiaz and Shabnam, Jazakallah for the food, and Jazakallah to the listeners. And also, please don't forget our new competition. So we are doing Voices of Tomorrow, where I'm essentially looking for the new face of Al Ansar. So what I require from you is to send 2 to 3 minute clip in your best mock presenter voice or radio host or reading news. Send it to a number. I'll be putting out a promo later. I don't know the number of my heart.
You are bad with numbers.
Then
do your radio voice, like ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and whatever else you call yourselves these days.
You send that to me, and essentially what we're going to do is we're going to be playing the best auditions across all shows. So from Nishal through to Razia, through to Social Network, through to Fahim Jamadar, and then Bibi Amina Fili on Fridays. And I want the audience to vote, essentially, and give us their favorites. And then we're going to take this all the way to Souk. So as you guys know, Souk is like happening, and there's the Dawood's mega stage with the entertainment. And eventually we will be announcing the winner of this competition at Souk. And that winner will get their own show in the new year. So the cutoff age is 27. You have to be between 18 and 27. And it's that simple. Sorry, bro. You must it by like a whole decade.
This is terrible.
That number, for those of you who want to send an audition tape, is 064 504 0617. If that's 064 504 0617. You can also, I'm giving this number out once and once only, send it to 082 876 7769. Please don't spam this number. I've had it for 24 years. 082 876 7769. It's purely based on the quality of the voice and the presentation skills. So don't worry too much about the content. We'll get there. We hire people for that. Like, literally. But that brings us to the end of another social network. Jazakallah once again. I'm excited to see what you give us in December. Movara, I'm excited to heckle you in the crowd. And Isi, I'm excited to see what nostalgia you can pull out of my head next time I speak to you. But until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This Azan is sponsored for the Isale Sawab of Marhum Muhammad Farooq Latib and all Marhumin.